Let's get ready to motherfucking rumble. Bow, wow, wow. Turn up the bass, bro. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you would have seen what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Really? She wears shorts. All right. Did you guys catch my fucking Dark Night of the Soul last night? Oh my god, was it an ugly one? Did you see me fucking have an ego fucking death? Or a rise, I should say. Really? What happened to me? I can explain. Let me explain. How often does that happen to you? More than I'd like to admit. But that's the shadow. That's the shadow of me. Really? There's many parts of me I don't show everyone and I don't like to deal with. Those are the parts that we deal with on the weekends. They come to the surface. So little did I know when this was happening is that there is an alignment between Neptune and Venus. I was paying attention to the Venus and Aries, but I didn't see Neptune coming from, you know, out of the, the ozone. What does that mean? Neptune rules over your waters, your emotions, but it also rules over your dreams. So it brings up all your emotions, whether good or bad. And so you put that on already a Venus day, and you put on Aries, you put on all this, and I put it, shit, I put on from my city. Really? That's what happened. You have to catch last night's video. What was it? Failure to launch. I do that a lot where this shadow of me comes up, this insecurity, this broken part of me that does not want to surrender to love and it self-destructs and I usually give into it because I just can't. I've had so many of those. How many? Too many. How many? Too many. I have to do it all the time. Now, it's the same place that I was with it last time. Because last time I remember it threw a fit, it had to do with Bobby. And I was like, God, I can't. I can't make it trust, dude. I can't make it believe. I can't fuck with my mind. I can't make it do what I want it to do. And I was like, God, you got to show me something. You need to like help me. And that's where it is like you pray to God to help you with this battle of the mind. Really? You have to watch it. People don't come back from where I came from. Not mentally, not emotionally, not physically. That's what makes me, you know, that's what makes this story is my rehabilitation. But it's not done overnight. It's a constant fight. It's a constant fight with myself to push myself to be better. It doesn't happen overnight. And so like last night, I couldn't get it to leave me alone. My mind was going mad and it was making me weak in my resolve and I was just, wanted to give into eating. I just wanted to eat my feelings. I wasn't starving. I just kept wanting I wanted to give into that area. Mm, as interesting as it was. It's like if I just do this, then I'll feel better. That was my coping mechanism at that moment. It was like if I could just eat, then I can feel better and I could just go to sleep and this won't bother me. Really tried to explain it to my daughter. When you don't eat, you don't sleep like that. You're not wore down. Your body's not heavy with food in it. So you have a lot more energy. Really? I'm not sure if it's physical energy, but it's energy to where it's a little bit restless. Really? Mhm. Um so what does that? Always union. It always pushes me into some freak out like that. It's too close. I don't want it anymore. It's the closer it gets, the more I freak out. I promise you, right after making love to Bobby, I swear to you, dude, I pulled my dress down and the same thing came out. I never wanted to get married. I never wanted to have kids. It came out of my mouth right after. That shadow came out right away. I was too close and it came out and I shut down. Did I? No. This morning I wasn't fully like hateful or anything, and that's where you can tell is like, are you still open to it? And that's where I was fighting it, and that's where I turned to God. Really? Mm, it takes a lot of work. I've been working, and that's where I was screaming. It's like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why have I worked so hard for this? I don't even want this. Really? That's the shadow. It's the part of you that you want to deny, but it's really, you know what I mean, who you are. And that's what it is like, this is my mentality. This has been my mentality since the beginning. And I have to keep fighting my ego. My ego was wrapped around, this is it. It's over, and I'm never going to do this again. Really, let me go into a deeper teaching of the Tower card. Let me just pull that book out. Why? Because it teaches right there what happens. And I had said it. So I told you in the beginning of that video, I mentioned I'm going through a tower. And then I pulled out in the Tutoria card confirmation. It's a tower. For sure, it's a tower. Let me explain what that means spiritually as far as the initiation that I posted. The tower comes after. Here it goes. All right. The second degree candidate often seems to be regressing rather than progressing. While this process takes place, sadly, this is the flip side of people coming into their power. Unless the ego can be contained, a true second degree can destroy the candidate. What does that mean? If I let this and it has, and that's what I posted, I've lost this battle many times where my mind just shuts down and I walk away because I just want to soothe the mind rather than continue the journey. The true initiate seeks to, and that's what it was. And he did it again today. I told you they kept, throughout the week was pushing Wolfman into my conscious being. And I was entertaining it, but only for a little bit. And I didn't want to cross the lines, and I didn't want to cross the lines. And then yesterday's cards, they pushed too much on me. I was like, this is too fucking much. They had already, dude, on Wednesday, which is a mini tower, we had what? The Two of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Lover's card. I told you that was straight union bullshit. And then they kept pushing it, and they kept pushing it, and they kept pushing it until it was too much. And that's why I was like, this is too much. I said it on Wednesday. You're pushing it too hard. Take it easy. And that's what it is. It's like, that's the job. They're not supposed to take it easy. They're supposed to push you till you break. Why? Because it needs to break. The ego needs to break. Either you're going to break or the ego is going to break. And that's what it is. And it's like, well, fuck, I didn't overcome it this time. And that's how it is you really wish that you could overcome your ego, but you can't. And sadly, this is the flip side of people coming into their power, unless the ego can be contained. And that's, that was the rebellion last night. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to get married. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to share my car. I don't want to take care of some man. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. A true chain of ego in the material realm so that the soul might pass freely through the universal doors and know what is unknowable to the normal course of action or the normal course of life. What that means is if I can't get my mind to give in, I'll never know what it feels like. It's the unknown. Say it again. The true initiate seeks to free the spirit from the chains of the ego. My mind is afraid of it. It's like, no, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do this again. If I can't get it to let me do it again, it'll always be afraid and it'll always stop me. I have to do it again to show it that it's safe, but it gets the best of me, which is your mind. And that's really the truth. The true initiate seeks to free the spirit through the chains of the ego and the material realm so that the soul might pass freely through the universal door and know what is unknowable to the normal course of life. The death of the ego is not the death of the self, but its birth. And so I'm going through all of this, right? So I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it. I barely made it through yesterday. And then this morning I'm like, all right, again, the ego has plans for the day. All week, I've been trying to move my shit into my new house and get furniture and do all of this, but have not been so productive. Each day, I've been focusing on different things. And now I'm like, I'm getting ready to do it. And I get an email from my caseworker. She's like, hey, come talk to me in the morning. She sent it to me yesterday and I saw it this morning. And I go and talk to her. And she like literally unloads nothing but blessings on me to where I have nothing else to worry about. I could literally go out and look for shit. There's only a couple things that I want, which is a crock pot and I need a coffee maker, shit like that. What? Yes. Goodness, I can't stand when someone hangs over me. Can you see? I'm like freaking out. Realistically, my skin is just still touchy about this whole thing. So the tower, that's what it is. It's like it comes out of nowhere, and it could be a person, place, or thing, but it literally could just be a belief that, you know what I mean, a feeling that's building up, and then you just kind of snap, and that's what happened. The reverse, the tower can indicate that you know you need to go through a drastic change in your situation, beliefs, or attitude, yet you try to pretend all is well and keep plastering over the cracks. You are refusing to face the inevitable. And that's really it is. This is my destiny, and I'm like standing there, like not wanting to do it. Though it is difficult and even shocking, change is an essential part of your life. And if you want to achieve what you aspire, let go of illusions, no matter how painful that is, or you will face the same difficulties again and again until you do. And that's where it is I've faced this a million times. A million? Well, it feels like it. At least 100 times, and through like 5 or 6 twin flames. I get so close and then I give up. What'd you give up on? Oh man, I could go through it. And there's the list. Put them down and tell the truth. Why'd you give up on Marshall? I got tired of waiting. He looked like he was never gonna crack. This egg was never gonna hatch. Really? Yep. What happened with all of them? Same thing. The only thing that was fake about the twin flame journey was their progress. But I guess, as I look at Ali, that was total self-destruct. There was nothing there but my fears. 1000%. Really? It always is that. And that's it. I have different fears for different reasons for different guys, and they're all just there, a million of them. Until I actually jump, I can't. My mind is just afraid of it. Until I actually am in a relationship, I'm just gonna fear them. Really? I'm serious. I'm asking God to like show me something, but I have to show it to myself. You have to catch last night's video. Really? I have to show myself something different. Nobody's going to show me what I'm looking for but me. And that's the unknown. Really? Yeah. Now let's go into this. What created this madness? Lilith and Venus. Venus met Neptune. And then on the 10th, there is a something with Pluto. It's going to sextile Pluto. Really? Mm-hmm. Where's that? In the tree of life, we're all over the place. Pluto is how you get to the top, which is endings. All right, today's a Saturn, so we should be here. Neptune is over here, right? So we're in the highest, right? But then I'm still down here. I'm still dealing with the heartbreak and the heartache, relationships, all that bullshit. Really? It's just a map. It's fucking basically, it's your natal astrology, and that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to have your natal chart and know your planetary placements so that when these planets come into placement, you know how they're going to have effect on you and what you're supposed to be pushing through on each of these. So Neptune, you know what I mean, brings up all these illusions and all of this shit. Let's go to it. I went to Mother Earth. Yes. That's all you really need. Oh my gosh, bro. I thought if I pulled the tarot, I'm 99.9% sure I'm going to pull out a sun card. Why? Because the dark days are over and it is so fucking sunny and hot. Really? I've changed my shirt twice. It is warm. I'm about to put on a dress. Seriously? Holy guacamole. Really? Yeah. Mother Earth is warm right now. All right, where are we at? I went to calcination, the dark night of the soul. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. That's pretty much where we're always at. All right, let's talk about Venus and her funness. The planet Venus is called the morning star, and its bright magnetic light is visible in the sky at dawn. And in astrology, Venus is the planetary ruler of harmonious air signs like Libra and Taurus. That was it. you guys, really. So you're probably picking up whatever those cards are in the tarot. Libra is associated with equality, balance, art, beauty, love, romance, and aesthetics. Okay, now I shared a chart yesterday, the astrological chart that lines in your body. So now go and find out where Venus is and Taurus is in your astrological chart, and you'll notice that you'll be having like body pains or flexes in those particular areas. And that goes back to charting. I do body mapping to your chakras using that specific kind of shit. Really? Yeah. Based on your body, I can know what kind of pain you're storing that you can't put into words. Really? Yeah. I read you like a chart. Anyways, moving on. Let's see. Taurus invokes sensuality, abundance, luxury, fertility, elegance, and nature. Venus represents what we find attractive, how we manage our finances, and what we enjoy. Identify your Venus in your natal chart and find your love needs in the following. What is mine? I don't know. I'm not pulling out the love chart right now. All we know is these planets came and fucked with our love and our illusions. Really? Pretty much. I was all loving until this happened. Fucking planet of confusion. I just want to point out who is the leader of fucking Pluto? Hades. You're fucking with me, Hades. You're fucking with me. Let me get to Neptune. What number is that? 30? Get out of my face, Pluto. All right, you are the master magician. When Neptune card shows up in an oracle, the universe wants to remind you of your natural superpower. Take time to dive into your spiritual alchemy and manifest practice. What do you want your life to look like? Stop with this. When we work with our imagination, we treat fantasy as reality, and the universe can pick up exactly what we want to create, what we want, and create synchronicities to make it happen. That's what's supposed to be happening right now, but I'm shutting down. These twin flames make me imagine shit, and then I manifest off those imaginations. Really? I'm like, oh, I see a happy life with you. I can't see it. I ran out of juice. Really? I don't have the juice in me to imagine. Really? No, it turned into fucking stupid shit of me fucking doing chores for you. And then the fucking internet made it worse with fucking stupid memes. You know this meme I saw today? It was so fucking uncomfortable. What did it say? It said, when I wash your butt crack in the shower, you're mine forever. It's like, oh, god damn it. Those are not the spiritual baths I was thinking about taking. You're taking all of my fucking fun out of my fucking brain. Realistically, yeah. Then this other one was like, I've got good D and she's got good V, and that's why we have domestic violence. Let's get out of here, bro. I'm very triggered with this. Really, it usually works. It's just not working right now. I think they need to give me someone else to work with. It's like I need someone else to imagine, God. You're giving me bullshit to work with. That's what I said. No offense, Wolfman. Fuck. The fuck? I can only see me teaching you spirituality. Then past that, I saw bullshit. Yeah, it was bullshit. It became bullshit in my head. Really? I don't want that bullshit. And yet, I'm still on my way to go get a crock pot. Why? Because I was imagining cooking meals, having great meals. Why? I don't know. Even my daughter cringed. I was like, dude, I'm gonna make some great crock pot meals. She's like, oh my god, they make memes of that, mom, when you're already having a bad day and your mom has brought out the crock pot. Get out of my face. You're not gonna eat not one of my meals, is what I told her. Really? I'm not baking you or cooking you shit. Do you see what I mean? I got excited about cooking with somebody and then it turned into a chore. Why does womanhood have to be a chore? I mean, I do it naturally just on myself, but then I feel like I'm doing chores when there's another person that is equally or not participating. In the sense of, I don't see you cooking or doing laundry. Oh, and then there was that one. That one made me laugh. It was all married life be like, talk to me dirty. And she's like, I'm not wearing underwear. Because you didn't put the clothes in the fucking dryer like I told you 100 times. I depend on you for anything. You're going to piss all over my toilet seat. Yeah? You're going to eat up all the food and leave dishes for me. And what are you going to do for me? And then I've already got fucking failed sex in my head. You're not going to be sexually satisfying. You're going to take up all my space. Why am I seeing it like this? Because that's what my ex-husbands were. Well, at least the last one. He was a whole waste of fucking human space. He was a fucking child that I had to care for. I mean, do you take care of yourself? Oh, man. I'm struggling. Really? Yeah. I'm supposed to be manifesting good shit. I need to work harder on this. Really? That's where it comes from. I get in la la land with this bullshit. Oh, we're going to be happily ever after. And I start seeing it, and then it starts happening in my life. But it's just me happily ever after in my la la land. And it works out great for me because I really didn't want you in the picture to begin with. Shit. Seriously? I mean, seriously. Neptune cosmically thins the veil between our natural and spiritual world so we can channel your visions into reality through your imagination, right? But it activates the illusions or illusional dreams, spiritual unknown, physical or psychic abilities, creativity, deceit. And that's why you guys are pulling up the 7 of Swords. There's a lying energy. Why? I don't know. It's just in the energy. And seclusion. As Neptune moves through the sky, it connects with other planets, like Venus this morning, creates fantasy, bends reality, and can cause what seemed solid in our lives to dissolve. And that's where it is. It was like, dude, you were so solid yesterday, all excited about, fucking marital sex. Yeah. That's why it's like unstable. That's not even a word. That's not even a word. They're putting a fire horse in a stable position, but I'm still a fire horse. Really? I knew what energy to pull on this morning, which was my Kali. I put my bones on and I was like, cut my head off and tried to walk through the valley of shadow of death. But realistically, nah, it's a fucking terrible flesh experience. Poseidon, who raped Medusa, and then I become all angry about the whole situation, which is out here raging. That's the worst side of me. The worst side you're going to catch is the Medusa. The Queen of Swords is limited to, the Morgan. But the Medusa, bro, there's no, I'm going to rip your fucking head off. And I made a song to that. Really? That's all I got to hold back, really. My hate of man. Ugh. Lilith didn't I hate them. She despised mankind. Medusa? And that's probably why I was so angry. Yeah. Anyways, Poseidon. Complete with his powerful trident, Neptune is the modern planet ruler of the water sign Pisces. Really? The other side of Jupiter. Really? Fire and water. Same as Mars. Fire and water. Really? Fucking Libra's over there with fucking what? Fucking air and earth. Very calm planet. It is a general or generational planet, so people of my age are just as fucked today. Are you having a fucked up day in your relationships department? Well, mine hit you before it hit you because I was outside. Really, as the moon, when the moon rises, it reflects. It's like a laser beam wherever I am. I felt you from 2 planets away, which was what? Endings and regeneration. Misalignment can manifest physically. That is an uneasy filling in the pit of your stomach. Pluto can sense. I fucked up my makeup. I can see it on my hands. This like breaking things down and removing what no longer serves you. It teaches us that beginnings and endings are intrinsically tied together. Hey, check this out. So then this morning, this is what I've been working on all week. First off, I was like, all right, take some of your shit over to the house. I didn't do it all week. Really? Nope, didn't do it. I had at least 2 carloads, I would think, and I didn't get it done. And then so today, she's like, she has all this brand new furniture for me. And she's like, Anne, we have a truck. When should I set up the truck? I was like, well, my spirit told me to send up transportation for the kids for school for Monday the 16th. So she's like, well, let's set it up for the 13th. I was like, groovy. And so my official move out date would be the 13th, and I can load all this shit one trip in the fucking truck, right? Now, here's the interesting thing is I moved in here on the 13th, 313. Which is another portal, just like the 303 portal, which was the 333 portal, the Blue Moon. So the very date that I moved in here a year ago, and that's what I said when I moved in, God gave me a whole year. So that's what it is. At 313, I'll be moving out completely. And that's what it is. Endings are new beginnings. Really? Now, that's a pattern. And that's what I'm trying to catch. Only now that I'm awake and I'm not just, you know what I mean, trying to survive a day. I can see these days replay. So now I'm starting to catch the wheel of time that we're on. Groundhog's Day. Every day on this day, this happens to us. This is what happens. These are particular days in the year, particular months, particular times when this is meant to happen. It's always so we prepare ourselves with the knowing of what time is. Time is an illusion. It just repeats until we break it. Really? I'm telling you. You'll be right back here next time. Same time next year if you don't do something different. Really? It takes a lot of difference to make this change. Moving on. What is this? It teaches that beginnings, hidden wealth, inheritance, and debts are also a part of Pluto, meaning indicating change in this area of life. Well, that's it. I just got super blessed and highly favored. And it was really funny because Ralph, I remembered your name. Fucking finally. I'm sitting there just like blown away. I just cried. I was like, I just cried. Really, I was trying to get together. There was only a couple things I didn't have, which was a couch and a TV and some chairs and some, tables and, a desk mainly. I had the beds, I had the bathroom, I had the kitchen, I had all that shit. There were certain things and I kept trying to put it together. I even found me a dude with a truck that I could pay. And I was trying to do all this on my own and it didn't work. And then all of a sudden this morning, it's all there. It's all there for me and a truck. And I don't got to do shit. Not today, not tomorrow, not till fucking next Friday. I don't got to do shit, but be ready to move next Friday. I was like, wow. Right? Now, with that being said, that's hidden wealth and inheritance, you know what I mean, and all that. But the second thing is I've been putting off my taxes and I've been putting off my taxes and I've been putting off my taxes. All that I have left to do today is worry about my shitty love life and how triggered I still am about it. It's not shitty. It's how I can't pick it up because I'm still picking up old pieces. It hasn't even begun, to be honest. It never does. False starts. I tried. I wasn't ready. My engine blew. It overheated. Anyways, going back to it. Are these references to somebody's F1 race tonight? Just kidding. Moving on. I'm also supposed to file my taxes. So then I'll get, hidden inheritances and wealth and shit like that. You know what I mean? I have money coming to me and stuff, which will come in just the right amount of time. And so all of this has to do with it, but it has to come to an end. In order to have this new beginning, you have to close the doors on the past. And it's really there. And that's why I cried. It's like, dude, I was really worried about all of this. How am I going to get all this together? How is this all going to work? And it just fell into pieces, all of it by itself. I really didn't. And that's full manifestation. I didn't do anything. I have a full weeks of video to prove I didn't do anything. Matter of fact, I took my kids out twice of the week to prove we didn't do anything. I did nothing to create this life, but walk in the visions of what God said and be patient and let Him put all the pieces together for me. In order for this to happen, all I was called to do was destroy the old life, the way that I thought, the way that I walked, the way that I believed, and start believing and walking in this way. People think that a master manifester is somebody that can just think up anything and make it happen. That's what I do, but you must understand where the thoughts come from. It is from my imagination, but it has to be something that my heart truly desires, not just some mediocre bullshit. Now, Ralph came up to me after this all happened. I had nothing. I had no worries. I had nothing to do again, other than fucking laundry and focusing on being in love. Try to imagine cuddling. Go back to the first thought again. Start thinking about dating, getting close, start over again because you just fucked that all up last night. It's like, oh God, the whole thought of it made me fucking freak out. I don't even want you in my fucking car. I gotta start all over again. That's all right. That's all I have to do. Really? Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I just go to praise God. And I'm sitting there and I'm burning the freaking sage and I'm just praising God. And Ralph looks over at me and he's like, hey. And I pull my headphones off. He's like, I need some of that good energy. I was like, Ralph, I am so fucking full of great energy. I am so highly favored and super blessed. I said, come here and shake my hand, bro. It's your turn. Let God bless you like he has done for me, bro. Let me put this on you. And I shook his hand. And I have full belief, bro, that Ralph is going to have the most unfucking believable day. And he's going to look back and he's going to say, fuck, Phoenix, that shit was for real, bro. I was super blessed, dude. Thank you for that energy. Nah, bro, it wasn't mine. God put it in me, and I'm giving it to you. Now, that's what happens when people come near me. You can sit with me, and I can use that imagination given to me by God. He'll give me visions of what we need to think about to put into your life too. It's not limited to me. I want you to understand that. I'm fucking solid. And that's where he has to break me down to make me want or need or anything. I'm just so fucking content. But people come to me with needs. And my job is to work through their barriers and help them manifest a different way from wherever they are when they come to me. I tried to offer this to Bobby in the same way. What would make your life better? I'll put my mind to it and yours, and we'll set this intention in it, and it'll come into your life. He didn't have an imagination, and I know what that means. That's what I mean is I don't really have an idea to save my soul right now of what I want or need or what's going to make me happy. Sometimes you don't have that, but there's people like me, you know what I mean? It's like I can see what could help you in your life. If I can put this idea in your head, and you and me believe it, when two or more believe, we set out our intentions to the universe, and I tell you to watch it happen, and you wait in belief, and it happens. Because I believe, and you believe, and we believe what God has given us, so he will make it real. That's how this works. That's what it means about the divine feminine attracts. It's all in what you believe. I shared that this morning. I was crying so hard. We read it in the Bible a couple weeks ago about Jesus's word and how the Roman, the Roman, whatever he was, we'll call him sergeant, came to him and asked him to heal a boy in his home. He's like, bring me to him. He said, nah, my home isn't, I'm not worthy of your presence, and you wouldn't feel comfortable around the Romans. But I know that if you just said the word, he would be healed. And Jesus told all his friends, he's like, look at him. He has more faith than any person of my own people. And he turns to me and said, it's done. You believe that I have the power to do it, then it's done. Now, the last short I shared that many people didn't watch, and it was limited, was talking about when you believe that God lives within you, everything changes. So when we're talking about, Neptune and your beliefs and your deceits, your illusions, your nightmares, your fears, you're probably pulling the High Priestess card, guys, and you're probably pulling the Moon. If you're pulling, tarot. Truly, the Seven of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Moon. I bet you I'll pull out my tarot and that one of them will fall out. Why? Because that's what Neptune brings. That's what Neptune brings, is all that creepy energy. And both of those, I think, are literally like, fucking Piscean energy and like Cancerian and all that, which are your feelings and your thoughts and your emotions and shit like that. Really? It's the tower is around it, meaning God is trying to push you into a higher way of thinking, but your old way of thinking is holding you back. And that's what you can see in my last video. I'm trying really hard to give into this idea of a brand new relationship. I'm trying to see it in my house, and my old way of thinking came and poisoned this idea with fears of how bad it's going to be. Now, by explaining those fears as so petty and pathetic as they are, these are things that bother me, that I'm afraid I'm going to have to endure. So by screaming them out, whoever the man is outside of me, he heard a part of me that I didn't have to yell at him. He knows before it happens what things trigger me and what I'm afraid of. and what makes me mad. He gets to witness this without being stuck with it in the house. I have to see it and deal with it first. But now he's aware of what my triggers are, what things make me go crazy, what things I don't want, what I'm afraid of. You don't never talk about these things in a relationship. You get into a relationship and now this person is in your home or in your space and they're doing things and you have to be polite. You have to be respectful. You can't just blow up on them and call them all kinds of fucking names because they don't act how you want them to in your space. And that's when you become resentful and passive because you don't know how to say these things. I don't ever want to feel like I'm taking care of you like that. That my whole job is to take care of you is what he saw. I do all this. I cook all day. I clean all day. I do that. I don't want to feel like I'm doing it for you. And then the shit that I brought up, I don't have to get pretty every day for you. And if I don't, you're going to go look for someone else. All those things that came up, as petty and ugly as they were, shadow parts of me, distorted parts, insecure parts, fearful parts, unhealed parts, immature parts, they're me. Parts that I wish didn't exist, but that's really my feelings. I feel this way about certain things and I'm passionate about it. And that's where it's really important to understand your partner and their feelings and what makes them comfortable and what their love language is and what their, you know what I mean, their boundaries are and what things they'll tolerate and what they won't. As far as a priestess and in the name of Jesus, I'm supposed to be all forgiving and kind about all things. But I think if I do that, I'm going to end up, you know what I mean, exploding. And that's how I saw this with Russ. If I would have got what I wanted and we just moved in together, I'd have fucking went crazy trying to play nice with him all the time when I really did not accept his behaviors or his way of life. I could have been nice, but it wouldn't have been authentic because I would have just been accepting to shit that I was very uncomfortable with. And that's what it means. It's like, I can accept it, but don't make me live like this because I'll lose it. I will go crazy. I can accept it for so long, but only long enough while you're fixing it. And that should be the same thing. It's like, I understand that you have these behaviors, but you need to get this under control, girlfriend. I'm not going to keep tolerating you calling me a bitch all the time. Fair enough. God told me to stop that like 2 years ago. I'm working on that. Along with everything else he tells me to do. Really? Shadow work, bro. I'm not fucking perfect, bitches. I am the shadow of everything that you are. I just bring mine out to play so that you can see that it's safe too. Bring out these broken, hidden Reese's pieces of yourself that are angry and upset and scared. And understand them. And have enough respect for them that you teach people to have understanding and respect for you and these parts of you that do exist. Hey, bro, you do know I'm a fucking ticking time bomb. Like, at any point, I can go total fucking Kanye, right? Like, I have, like, it's not even about a personality disorder. I'm working through at least 9 past lives of dark goddesses that'll rise into the shadows at any moment. You do not know that, right? I mean, I've got all of God's angels and his ascending masters and his, you know what I mean, allegiant, but I still am what I am. And that's where it is like, you know, the duality. Can you handle my darkness? You want all the love and light, but can you handle the shadow? And that's where it is everybody hides their shadows. You're in a marriage for like how long? You're in a relationship for how long until you start seeing this person's true colors? Parts of them they've shown to everyone else but you. If I find out you really chew your fucking toenails, bro. My biggest fucking fear. If I come in the room and see you chewing your toenails, like I fucking told you. And it grossed me out. Now I'm really seeing it. And then, do you not love me? I wish you would never do that. God, that's disgusting. I'll pay for a pedicure. I'll cut them myself. Don't put those in your mouth. Really? Sorry, that's my shadow. She's afraid of shit like that. I don't ever want to see your leg up on the wall shaving your balls or you chewing on your toenails. Really? Yeah, I should put that on my Tinder profile. I'm Tinder to such things. Like, yeah, can you deal with it? The shift in the energy? I don't think so. I can hardly deal with myself. And I get tired of it and I gotta cry to God. I can't deal with my mind anymore. I hate myself. I can't carry this ego any farther. My brain is killing me. The thoughts in my head are terrible. Really? Do you ever just cry to God? That was me last night. Like, help me, Jesus. Really? Well, let's pull some no, we're gonna pull a Metatron card. Because it's sitting here and Metatron wants to shine his golden light on us. What's underneath it? The divine royal goddess. Really? Mary Magdalene. All right, so let's get back in Empress mode. I was praying for an immaculate conception last night. I call that a backslide. Yesterday's video started with, I call this the reverse cowboy. I must have slid off that thing. It was that Taurus energy. I fell off that bull. Should have kept my Longhorn shirt on. I'm wearing a Longhorn shirt on. Lewis comes out on Formula One. This is my 2 Longhorns. Stupid. I don't even know the signification. Really? Those fucking things. You don't even love them. Really? You don't know what it means, bro. You ain't got no Krishna in you. You don't know what it means to love the cows. I love cows. I used to want to set them free all the time when I was on road trips. And don't ask me how much I love a cheeseburger. Fucking steak. Oh, God. Oh, man. You know, I wondered if I come off of my fast, if I might not be interested in meat anymore. Really? I mean, it's hard to digest. It's going to be like the last thing I can eat. Really? Yeah, bro. First thing's going to be all liquids. Really? Oh, man, the stomach. It's going to be hard to digest. That's why they don't do that. Really? This Christian might do it to me because I was talking shit to him and he said I was going to hell for doing it. I was like, no, I'm not. And yet, here I am in hell. Oh, look. The universe. It's abundant. I told you, I got all kinds of blessings. Really? And that's what it is. My spirit was trying to be joyful, but I was just kind of, I'm so wore out. I have like $60 in gift cards to the my favorite thrift store, which is literally right up the street. I have plenty of energy. I have everything to be happy about. It's just, that's what happens, dude. You go through a dark night of the soul. Like, you survived and they found you on some island and they cleaned you up. And now, like, you're getting off the plane and everybody wants to, like, take pictures and shake your hand and they're so proud of you. And you're like, I just want to go to bed, bro. I just want a cheeseburger. I'm that guy. I just want a fucking cheese. I'm fucking Tony Stark. Yeah, I saved the world. I just want a cheeseburger and to quit my job, please. And then this feather, my son. I always get an ascension feather when I do something heavy duty. My son's like, look, I found this in the room. It's like, how the fuck did that get in the room? And I double checked it and triple checked it. I was like, this doesn't come from my altar. Really? Yeah. That's what I said this morning. I'm in a very grateful energy. And if I pull the tarot, I'm assuming those cards would come. What'd I go? Duality. Balance is needed. That's the same as I turned straight to it. 47. On page 111. Really? Yeah. Blessings and thanks. Drawing this card shows that blessings are available to you now, and you are offered a full harvest. I know, and I got a lotto ticket. That's what I was like thinking. I was like, what if God's gonna make me win the lotto, and I never even see this house, and now I got to start manifesting a whole new life. I told him to cash me out. I did. Well, hopefully he just cashes me out today, but I did. I told him to cash me out. He's gonna cash me out pretty soon, guys. Really? Yeah. Why? So then I could just focus on doing the documentary and making the show. That's all he wanted me to do. And I'm succumbing to, what he wants. Really? I gotta give in to the guy first. Really? Yeah, we are millionaires. Really? I mean, hmm. If not, it's inappropriate power. Really? It's a blessing to us, for his kingdom, so that he nor I must worry again. And that's what it is. In order for him to be with me, he has to trust God as much as I do. And that trust will make sure that neither one of us have another thing to worry about in the name of God. Really? I believe so. But I mean, if not, if he needs me to be a millionaire before he trusts God, then that's what he needs. It doesn't mean he's going to make you a millionaire. You just get to have the millionaire life. All right, moving on. All that means is we have a million problems to handle for God. Really, we get paid for his problems. Drawing this card shows that blessings are available. Blah blah blah. The question is, do you feel worthy to claim it? Universal harvest is available to all, and yet so often in a world of suffering and a sense of lack, it is easy to be fearful that there isn't enough. And that's what happened. I only had so much to work with my budget. And that's what she said. You didn't order that much. I was like, I know, but it was expensive. The fucking pots and pans were $150 alone. Really? I got a whole set of everything I needed. So that, a whole set of cookware, but the bathroom set, all of that shit fucking added up fast as fuck. I was like, I'm like that person that's bitching about the price of eggs right now. Really? I couldn't stretch it far enough to fill the whole house. And I was a little stressed out about that. And when I thought I couldn't, even that, Ella got back to me and she's like, I think I can extend your budget a little bit depending on what you need, is what Ella said. And I was like, well, hold on, Ella, I'm going to see what I can come up with over the weekend before I put in anything with you. I haven't ordered my beds yet. Really? I thought I was going to work on that this weekend and see what I could come up with. Really? Yeah. And all of that. I wanted to see before I ordered through her because I didn't know what I was going to come up with, but I'm just going to do it that way. Universe, yeah. This is not what was intended. The earth has bounty for all to share freely, but the reality is blocked by fear, and we feel the need to hoard and save and worry that where the next meal is coming from, how to pay the next bill. Often we may have grown up seeing debt and poverty as a way of life, and that's what happened. Those of us that grew up poor, the poverty mindset is difficult. I saw it in my mother. My mother grew up during the Depression, and I didn't know that there was others like that until I told this story to Mr. Plum, and he showed me he was the same way and that many people of his time are the same way. They grew up with nothing, so they became hoarders. My mom would do it with canned goods. She was really bad about that. And that's why, you know what I mean, people a little bit older than us, like in their 60s and 70s, they're real big about having backup toilet paper, backup fucking, hand sanitizers. They're really big about having backups for that one day. Why? Because of how they grew up. They grew up poor without anything, so they want to make sure that they always have something. Really? And it passed down to us too. It passed down to us where we didn't have shit. So now we became, you know what I mean? And that's where Russ and most of all of our celebrities are. They believe they're successful just because they had the things they didn't have when they were growing up. We believed because other people had such things that as long as we got these things in our lives, we were better than what we were. We believed that people that had those things were better than us, was the whole problem in this mindset. Really? Yeah. If you go back to the Native Americans and shit like that, they didn't. And it goes back to Jesus. He told you, and he told the prophets when they went out there, don't worry about such things. And that was what I did with God. And that's what I said. I was like, I had to wait each day for God to feed me, to tell me, you know what I mean? To tell me where to shower, to tell me where to go to sleep. Really? I was in the wilderness with God. And that's where it happens. And you're always afraid that you're not going to have enough. So breaking that mindset took a long time, to have trust in the universe and in God, that all things will be provided. Now, this is a testament to that story. He promised me. 3 years ago when I walked away, that he would replace a new life for me. He would give me a new home, all new furniture, a new car, and a new man. And I'd never have to do this again by myself. That was never right. I just had to fix myself. That was 3 years ago, dude. You can imagine, even though I still believed him, I stopped waiting on him. I stopped waiting, especially over the summer. I'm like, it'll happen when it happens. And that's what I told her. I was like, for so long, I kept trying to make it happen and make it happen and make it happen faster. And this is when it happened. So don't expect that anything's going to happen over fucking night. But if you can change your mind, then that's when the fastest things can happen because the doors are already open. You just have to walk through them. And that's what's stopping you is your mindset. I don't have enough, or there won't be enough. And what will we do? That's a lot of why people are stuck in karmic contracts. You know what I mean? I can't quit this job, or I can't leave this person, or I swear to God, that's what Bobby put on me in the beginning. He said something stupid. He's like, do you know how much it would cost to raise your 4 children plus mine? Which I thought was beautiful because he accepted the fact that I did have 4 children, not the fact of how old they were. They're closer to your age than mine. You know what I mean? Than kids. Thanks. That's nice. But he saw this as a cost thing. It's like nobody asked you, you know what I mean, to pay for anything. But in his lifestyle, that's all they ask for him is how much money he's bringing. And that's all he sees is flow of money. So when he saw me, he saw a flow and an unbelievable need for money. And I said that over and over. I was like, dude, even my celebrities, there's no way they could have just dropped a bunch of money on me and saved and made all my problems better. What if you were told that there's always enough, but you need to trust that this is so? What feelings does that bring up to you to heal? Maybe there's a story of lack within your own family, lack of money, lack of food, lack of security or safety. And so you dread those states of being. And even when you do have enough, you still worry if it'll all be taken away. This card now highlights the need to heal that part of you that fears not being supported and looked after. And that's what I said this morning. It's like I had no worries. It's like God completely took care of everything. I'm seeing this funny visual. I'm seeing this visual of like he picks me up and he sweeps the floor underneath me and then he puts me back down. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this visual. It's an enormous hand that's picking me up, sweeping the floor, and then putting me back down. Your spirit army of helpers will not see you go hungry or alone if you truly ask for their help. I didn't really see it in the beginning. I knew they were there for such things, but I wasn't worried about food or I don't know. I don't know. I was just worried about, the very thing that I'm worried about now. I wasn't ready for all that. It's like, fuck. All right, if I get a house, then how am I going to fill it? And how am I going to maintain it? And how am I going to pay for it? And how am I going to do all of this? And all those hows are answered by him. He's filling it. He's paying for it. He's going to make sure that I have income to make sure that everything's taken care of. And that's just on the home base. He's giving me a future far past just the basic needs. For the truth is that the earth is alive and able to evolve and sustain all who live upon it as long as Gaia is respected and the energy and intentions are poured back into her soil and her elements. And this is something that all can do every day. The simplest way to give back to the earth is to give thanks. And that's all I could do. And I did it in the Native American way is that, you know what I mean? I sat there and I burnt my sage. I lit my candle. I turned on my music and I praised God. I gave thanks to everything that he's given to me. And it's really the things of this world through his people. To be full of gratitude for all that you have, for the food on your plate, the money in your pocket, the sound and rhythms of your beautiful world that wants to bestow many blessings on you, if you are open to receive. The cornucopia or horn of plenty, and this is Fortuna. This is fortune. Fate, the Wheel of Fortune is probably another card you're pulling. Illusions, illustrates her here symbolizes all the abundance available to you, everything in that you need for your well-being. Fresh food, golden coins, light rays, and sounds of the universe filling your soul with songs and joy. The warmth of the color also reminds you to be thankful for the heat and the open fire and a warm bed and a loving home. I said it, dude, and it happened so fast. I went to go walk to the store this morning quite early, and there was a sheet of fucking ice. And I have brand new snow boots, and it was slippery. I was like, God, you need to turn up the heat on that sun. And I walked literally not even a block. I walked into a store and I came out. It was so fucking hot. I had to take my jacket off, and all the ice on the blacktop had melted. It is so hot outside. Really? I promise you. Welcome to the Mile High, bro. Welcome to the Mile High. We got a foot of snow yesterday, and I swear to God, you need sunscreen today. Don't forget your sunglasses, because that sun is reflecting off that snow, and it will blind you. Really? Go see the fucking colors. Taste the rainbow is what I heard. That's the truth, and that's what it is. It's like I have no worries. I really don't have shit to pack in here. No? It's already packed. All I got to do is load all this shit up next Friday. I have nothing I got to do. I have no fucking worries. And then as far as, well, how are you going to pay your bills? I told you I'm filing taxes. And I have a class, and I'm still, you know what I mean? He's still got a job coming. Did you do this? I didn't do it, guys. I just followed, and that's the manifestations, and that's believing in the visions that God gives you, and staying still and not chasing anything else but what he says, having faith in it, bro. Again, I don't have the job. He's going to give me this online job. Really? I'm telling you. It was his idea. All I had to do was get ready for it. I thought I had to buy a computer. He got me a computer. You know what I mean? Fucking internet, all of that. I got everything taken care of in his name. Really? I swear. It's funny because as I sit right here, it's like you can go and pray to the dark to help you overpower, to give into your feelings, but it's not going to make your life easier. You know what I mean? Praying to Lucifer is going to help you overcome some shit, which is actually just acknowledge the feelings that you're in, same as Lilith. You know what I mean? I'm going to empower you, but at the end of the day, the empowerment is really just walking in the light. Trust in God. This all comes to trust in God. You have to believe that there's a God to begin with. And you've got to put your faith in him. And you've got to ask for his guidance. And when he fucking gives you a vision, you go for it. You don't question it. And it's one baby step at a time. And then he'll start, you know what I mean, always speaking to you. But you got to show you're obedient to when he does speak. And you got to ask him to, you know what I mean, you got to take the time it takes to hear him. He's loud, but only in your quiet space. And it takes a lot of fucking discipline to get to that space where you can listen and hear him. I stay quiet. I keep a quiet space all the time so that I can always hear God when he needs, when he's saying something. Let me tell you something funny that happened last night. My daughter was like, it smells like fucking cinnamon rolls. It smells like fucking cinnamon rolls. It smells like fucking cinnamon rolls. I'm like, I don't know. They serve them a lot for breakfast. Maybe someone's heating one up. She's like, do we have any bananas? I was like, we had one, but I threw them away. I'll see tomorrow. Guess what was for breakfast this morning? Cinnamon rolls and bananas. I'm sitting outside praising the spirit, and I'm getting ready to come off. And my spirit says, go to Target. Milia needs blue Takis. I was like, so I call Milia. I was like, hey, my spirit said to go get you guys some food from Target. What do you want? I want some blue Takis. I was like, ask CJ what he wants. What did he want? The same thing my spirit told me yesterday. He wanted more chicken. Really? I'm serious. Is it God? Sure. It's just an inner knowing. Something tells you. Really? It was so fucking hot, though. I had to leave my jacket in the car to go walk over there. It was so fucking hot. Seriously? I was like, why am I wearing this black shirt? So then I came in and I put on my light sweater. It's just a nice sweater. It's still too fucking hot. Really? Shit. God's sun will come out tomorrow. If you live in, I don't know about the East, dude, but in Colorado, people be dramatic. It's like, you need to know that about Colorado. We have like 360 days of sunshine. Seriously, though, I think there's like 380, but still. Um, the wish of the angels is to bring you all this and more. Saying thank you for what you already have is a courtesy that brings more to your door. A never ending supply of help, sustenance, and whatever you need to thrive in this world. And my spirit said to go downstairs and check the donations. I did it a couple days ago, and that's where I found all kinds of great stuff. That's where I got the nail polishes and everything. Really, he wants to bless me. It's not about being greedy. He's like, go down there and check it out. I have stuff for you. And that's where it is. I'll put it on. And they'll be like, dude, that's great. I got it in the donations, dude. They're like, oh, really? My spirit tells me when. Really? Mm-hmm. And it's offered to you now, open to receive. Well, that's what I'm supposed to do. Really? I need to go to my house because I'm riding around with my fucking Wi-Fi box. And I did all of my laundry and all of my underwear are over there. Really? Yeah. I have plenty of clothes here, but I don't have any underwear. So I have to go to my house, and I'm going to use that as an opportunity to, I don't know, try to manifest again, try to look at it and try to kind of try to imagine some stuff. And then I'm going to go over to the thrift store. And if I don't see anything for, my house, then maybe we'll just get some stuff. That's my favorite thing to do on a Saturday. It literally is my favorite thing to do. Really, it's my favorite thing to do on a Saturday. Everybody knows that. And so I have no reason not to. They gave me money to spend at the thrift store. I have like a gift card. So that's fun. As far as blessings, yeah. But you have to be open to receive. And that's where it was, is like, and that's what I told my case worker. I lived a life of nobody ever helped me, so I never asked. And I just lived by that mentality that it was always going to be a no. And if I didn't do it, nobody would do it. And, my kids are counting on me, and I'm all they got. And if I don't work hard, we're all going to go hungry. And that's like everybody. But I had more of a serious understanding about it. I was more desperate about it in my understanding. And that was my, as I call it, mentality. That's my divine masculine that runs in me. I'm far more masculine than feminine in that sense. And that's because I'm a hustler, and I'm a provider and a protector, and I'm very aggressive, little standoffish, a leader, all of those things when it comes to the masculine energies, which are those kings, as well as the emperor. But at the end of the day, I'm the magician. And how come I'm the magician? Because I work with the elements and I'm the high priestess. And the only reason I can do any of this is because I'm the Queen of Cups. And the only way I can do this is because I'm an empress, and I'm willing to help everyone else on my journey to help myself. You learn how to balance all these cards, but I had to go through the deck over and over and over. Just like we went through a tower last night. That card comes up whenever the fuck it wants. Understanding tarot is taking the adventure through life. You can use this to see where people are in their life, obviously, when you understand what it means to your life. And you shouldn't be using it in such a judgy way, but more of, understanding. It's like, I did something when I started tarot. I put a binding on myself. I said I would never read tarot for somebody. I would never check somebody's cards, and nobody can check mine without permission. So you'll never catch me over here being sneaky, trying to find out what's going on in your life. If I want to do that, I'll watch other tarot readers, because you're just part of mass conscious. There's been times where I've been tempted. And to be honest, the only person I was ever tempted was Marshall. I wanted to know. I was eager to know where he was in his spiritual journey. But I knew I just had to let it go. It wasn't my business. And that I was desperate, and I shouldn't sink to spiritual stalking. That was the only time I was ever tempted. I don't pull cards on nobody. Really? I pull cards on myself, because all that matters is myself. What's going on in your life will be, the only thing that, if I really want to know if me and you are going to come together, that determines on my attraction level. Whether I'm attracting you in, or I'm repulsing you out. And that's always the question. Why am I attracting you in? Or why am I repulsing you out? That's all that matters. It really has nothing to do with you. Really? You're subject to the energy as much as I am. So when the energy gets hot and heavy, you're going to give into it just as much as I do. Really? I already know that. Really? That's one thing about this energy. Hey, can you refill that? Each and every one of you. I poured a fresh cup as soon as I sat down. Both of you came back and forth and drank all my tea. Well, that's because you guys are too lazy to pour your own cups. You just want to share. That's the thing in our family. You should probably not leave your cup out. My kids are probably drinking from your cup. Really? I'm just being honest. Seriously? Well, that'll change when I get to my house because we have different cups. But, well, I'm going to enjoy my blessings and favor. But that only happens when you make it through the tower. And that's what I said. I've taught you guys this a million times. We go from a Friday, which is Venus, and we get shoot up into our Saturn energy, which pushes our limit, makes us force an ego death. Then we hit Neptune, which is a burst of inspiration. Then Jupiter comes and expands it. Our heart gets excited, and we bring that manifestation to Earth. I'm struggling for my inspiration. I'm going to try to go manifest on my own, but I know what it is. I'm supposed to be manifesting with someone, not on my own. That's where I'm struggling here. I need some help. I need to know what I'm working towards. And that's all I said. Really? I sent my cries out to the universe in prayers. I'm struggling in this area of my life. Can you help me? Can you help me, you know what I mean? Do this. That's all. That's all you can do. Really? Yeah. Well, let's take the journey and see where we end up. I'm going to pack up and do what I said I was going to do. Really? Yeah. I ain't doing nothing else. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll see what we come back with. Really? Yeah. Later, haters.